the Bullet Club Civil War was reaching a huge fever pitch, and like they announced the all waiting match between Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes. He's called Cody, but I remember him as Cody Rhodes. This was going to reach at Supercard of Honor just a day or so before WrestleMania, and that was going to be a big match. Like, they announced it on Being the Elite show, sometime after that match between Jay White and Kenny Omega for the U.S. title. It was showing that, yeah, this is like, we're finally getting this match. Like, a lot of people were like, we had a lot of tag team interaction with them, but we were finally getting this big match. This is the match everyone's been wanting to see. It looked like it was finally going to be where the story will come to an end, where Bullet Club finally decides who's the supreme leader, Kenny Omega or Cody Rhodes. And okay, this match, considering so much seemed to be at stake, even though there wasn't really a stipulation, really a lot of people kept thinking that this match should have been the main event as opposed to Dalton Castle and Marty Scurll. I didn't watch that match. I might do it later, but yeah, this match was freaking awesome. Everything about this match was awesome. Like, Cody coming out with an eye patch in order to sell a New Japan Pro Wrestling incident where he got busted eye to an extent, where he was bleeding from part of his eye. So yeah, we got more continuity going on over there from two different promotions, and he's getting a police escort because the fans hate Cody Rhodes. And really, I think the thing that could really get them under their skin is if Cody just said, Ring of Honor sucks, or WWE is better. Yeah, but considering what WWE has recently done, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. If anything, Cody's going to go shoot on the mic and say how WWE is a horrible place, at best. So, then we get his wife Brady Rhodes and Bernard the Business Bear, because of course there is. I was wondering what the heck is going on with the Business Bear thing. I know they're trying to promote All In and whatnot, but seriously? So, Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes did a hell of a match. It was awesome. A lot of it was great. And there were a lot of great funny moments, like Bernard the Business Bear getting involved, trying to act all professional, until Kenny Omega decapitated him with a drop kick. Yeah. And I like how they keep trying to hide the guy's face, like he can't be revealed. Like, was that building up to something? It could be wrong. But this match, there were a lot of moves coming out of Cody's arsenal that I haven't seen, and probably because he's been developing this more in the indies, and add to the fact that WWE likes to restrict people's movesets. And the fact that they kind of come from opposite ends, like Cody's from a wrestling family that's been oppressed by Vince for so long. And then there's Kenny Omega, who was told basically by the WWE, by so many people, say, you're not good enough, you're not going to be something, you're not going to succeed, you're not even cool enough to hang around the developmental center we had at the time, so get out. And look where that is. That came back to bite them, basically. I find that hilarious because the guy that he dismissed like he's not going to amount to anything is now one of the most successful people going on today. So, yeah, and Cody Rhodes actually went to do Goldust's Shattered Dreams, but then stops and just proceeds to give the crowd the giant middle finger. Yeah, basically trying to give people what they want, and giving them the middle finger is Vince's philosophy. And the one thing I really loved most about the crowd, other than the fight forever, was the whole Terminator clap, like dun 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 dun. It was actually pretty awesome because Kenny Omega did dress up as a Terminator character for his match between him and Kazuchika Okada round 1, and yeah, I just love how the fans just never forget that. Also, then Cody gets into the crowd and then spits water in their face. It reminded me of Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley when they got very hostile with the crowd back in ECW, and I mean the old one, not the one that WWE made. That was a horrible excuse. So, yeah. So, Cody, then, and then like Brady Rose, also her moment was when she got the V trigger to the head and crashed onto the table, and Cody does not show a single ounce of concern. Now, yeah, I would say something, but I don't think they're gonna build onto that because they did something similar with Cody Ibushi and Cody, and that afterwards they just cackled together like an evil couple that was planning to take over the world. So the only thing that you were basically going to expect was like, okay, so what's next? You going to eat puppies? Kidnap babies? And Cody interacting with the crowd, like I said, reminds me of ECW back in the old days with Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley. And yeah, he gets into a huge argument with this girl in the audience, takes a guy's drink and spits in the air towards the group, and I was like, wait, that kind of reminds me of the Dudley Boys at Heat Wave. I can't remember which year. I think it was '99, but like Bubba Ray and Devon were getting with the crowd, and then Bubba, I think, took a cup of beer and threw it in the crowd's faces while arguing with this woman and basically telling him spit in my face thing, which I was like, you don't get that kind of heat anymore. And sure enough, this match has been actually pretty back and forth. Also add that Flip Gordon is involved to an extent regarding Brady Rhodes and escorting her to the back, and I was like, so wait, is this building up to something? Like, I would think so. And yeah, and we get a figure 4 leg lock. We get a whole bunch of moments going on, and it's just awesome. Left and right, finisher after finisher. Well, Kenny never got to use the one-winged angel. And then they smash into the referee, but afterwards all three guys are down, and then out in the back comes the Young Bucks, and then they have this camera guy holding an iPhone recording everything for the Being the Elite show, and I was like, okay, that's kind of hilarious. And the Young Bucks were talking like, okay, are we going to do this? We got to do something. We got to choose. This is the moment. Then they have to choose, is it going to be Cody or is it going to be Kenny Omega? They first look like they're going to target Kenny Omega, then they turn to Cody and proceed to super kick him, miserably failing, because he ducks and they hit Kenny Omega by mistake. Afterwards, Cody gets into the crossroads and the referee finally wakes up and covers for a very slow 1, 2, and 3, like, my childhood is ruined kind of moment for the Young Bucks, because they were just sitting on the ground like, no, we don't want to fight anymore. So then after the match, the Young Bucks check on Omega, and Cody just puts on his Ring of Honor ring and heads off while Omega shoves Matt and Nick away as he's helped away, and the fans were just chanting, you effed up, you effed up, you effed up. And I'm thinking, oh, that's going to be interesting being the Elite episode. And Cody was rubbing it in more, saying, the Young Bucks chose me. The Young Bucks picked me over you, Kenny, on Twitter. And then we saw the episode being the Elite, episode 100. And it was immediately the sign that was the end of their friendship, saying being the Elite is dead. And I was like, you son of a... Because I was like, Cody has done the impossible. He has killed being the Elite for at least a month. Because Flip Gordon is trying to reunite the trio. But I just like it that they keep connecting New Japan, Ring of Honor, and even a YouTube show. And they even mention it a lot, including All In. It's like... Vince and the creative team wishes they could be this level of respect towards their universe. But he can't, because that would be putting effort. But I was like, This match was really good. I love the storytelling. I love everything that was being done in this match. And they're going to have a sequel to this match coming soon at the G1 Climax Summit in San Francisco, where Kenny Omega defends his IWGP Heavyweight title of the world against Cody Rhodes in the main event. And all I'm thinking is that's going to be awesome. We saw what they could do in Ring of Honor in New Japan. Let's see how that goes. And last but not least, when Kenny Omega had won the IWGP title, the Young Bucks and Cody Ibushi, they all hugged out with Kenny Omega. And it's like, friendship prevails! And they declare themselves the Golden Elite, with Kenny Omega still claiming he's the leader of Bullet Club. So this Civil War is not done by a long shot. I had actually initially thought when I saw this was like, is this going to be settled at All In? Because that would be kind of awesome. Yeah, that was my initial thought. I was thinking like, is this match going to be settled at All In? This war, the Civil War storyline, and Kenny and Cody fight one more time in determining the future of Bullet Club, which would have been interesting, but then it was revealed later on that Cody was going to challenge for the NWA title, and then Kenny Omega while he's still All In, they haven't really revealed who he's going to fight. And I'm really excited for that. Also, they announced that All In is going to be broadcast in some way, so I'm hoping for Twitch. Because then I'm going to enjoy watching that show. I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to talk about it. But, yeah. I did love how the referee was taking so slow, taking basically a 3 count for 6 seconds, and I just love the Young Bucks' devastated look like, what have we done? And also, it is tearing me apart, Kenny and Cody! So, yeah, bravo to everyone involved in that match. Oh, man. And lastly, oh man, Cody's just so great in this role. It's like he's having more fun here than he ever did in WWE, which wouldn't surprise me. But Cody's just been so great on this huge role he's had since he joined the independent wrestling after leaving WWE. And I was thinking, WWE must be secretly regretting that they've lost you, that they granted you the release. But I'm glad he left. Like, they were just content to keep him at Stardust and not develop his character. And in independent wrestling, he's been free to develop his character any way he wants. He's part of the most popular faction. He's working with possibly the top guys in all of independent wrestling today. He's working with some of the best. He's basically delivering top-notch quality performances, showing moves he hasn't shown in WWE, and he's even like acknowledged that, yeah, I'm a WWE guy and whatnot, and like that would be the ultimate heel. Basically something that fans would hate. Like, one would think like they would do this angle where they go ahead and basically have Cody just do more sports entertainment style as opposed to actual wrestling and independent wrestling. That would actually be an awesome heel move. And I kept thinking Chris Jericho was going to do that when it was announced he was coming back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. That would have been very heavy heat. So, those were my thoughts on Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega at Supercard of Honor 13, at Supercard of Honor 12. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more.